Jamie Winkle, a 16-year-old, visits Dottie, her grandma who's at the hospital, and stays next to Het while her mother gets lunch. Suddenly Jamie's grandma wakes up and spills a secret. The grandma says that she knows Jamie will go to heaven because she was baptized without her Jewish mom knowing. The grandma also advises Jamie to learn to give a good blowjob. Jamie then tells her mom about her being baptized. A few days later, Jamie's dad, Ned, gets a call from the hospital, so they visit Dottie. Here she confesses that looking back she wished her grandma was dead by then, but she wasn't. During this time Dottie says to her daughter Hope that she used to hide her on the closet on purpose to have some time for herself. Then Dottie moves on to talk to her grandson, Dylan. She says to him that he's a homosexual and if they got fixed he'd have an easier life. Then to Shira, Ned's wife, Dottie says that she never liked her. When it's time to talk to her son Ned, Dottie reveals that the man named George who Ned always thought to be his father, it's not, but rather a man named Herman Lawrence. After hearing this harsh truth, everyone in the family loses their mind and Grandma Dottie dies peacefully. Jamie runs away to see her friend March, who comforts her. Jamie gets a call from her dad and March gives her a ride to her home. At home Jamie notices how they have the music blasting through the speakers. Shira is dancing like there was no tomorrow and explains to her daughter that her father is gone looking for her real father. So now Shira is in charge of Dottie's funeral. The next day, Jamie visits a church where she meets a guy named Luke. Jamie tells Luke that she wants to figure out why religion is such a big deal. Then Jamie asks Luke if he wants to go for a walk with her. Jamie thinks that she doesn't believe in love at first sight, but she can instantly figure out if someone is gonna matter to her. Luke gave her that feeling. Then during a moment when Shira and Hope are trying to find the casket for Dottie, Jamie says to her mom that she wants to start going to church. Shira is not happy about this, but Hope offers to take her. Jamie got herself dressed nicely and made her way to church with Hope and Dylan. But suddenly Jamie gets out of Crouch and calls her friend Emily, who picks her up. Jamie lets us know that Emily had a lot more knowledge when it came down to sex. Emily takes Jamie to a party where they have a lot of fun. Jamie is full of excitement and kisses March, but March then throws her inside the pool, cutting the romantic moment. Luke drives to where Jamie, but she's upset because he ignored at the church. Luke is aware of this and explains that he had to Bekassu she made him want to break the rules. Luke takes Jamie to the lake. Jamie says to him that she hates public speaking and asks him why he's part of the church as a priest. Luke tells her that it's because he found a nice community to be a part of. They have a few drinks and Jamie was ready to give Luke a blowjob. But the moment ends when they hear a police car. Jamie returns home and her mother is super worried about her, so she grounds her. But now the police is looking for Dylan, who actually took the car keys. After a while, they find Dylan, who crashed the car and got his arm injured, so they take him to the hospital. Ned gets home and explains to Jamie that the old man she just saw is actually her grandfather. Jamie is really mad at her dad for leaving, but she says nothing. Everyone thinks it is weird how Ned went to Germany and pulled him out of a hospital. And what makes it more chaotic is that Ned's an anti-Semitic. The family dinner is a disaster, but Jamie uses the opportunity to sneak out and meet with Emily and March. Emily tells Jamie that she will make sure to go to Dottie's funeral to support her, but March says that he won't go because he has something else. Jamie doesn't pay much attention to this because she receives a message from Luke to see each other. Jamie takes Luke to the lake where they have sex, but out of nowhere they get caught by someone and Shira has to pick Jamie up from the police. Jamie is in big trouble, but Shira has decided to also speak on the truth about this priest. Jamie tries to stop her from doing that because it would ruin Luke's life. Jamie has a discussion with her family and doesn't care about being grounded. She drives to see Luke, who tells her that the whole thing was a huge mistake. Jamie is confused and asks Luke if he's in love with her, to which Luke replies that he's not and he thought that they were just having fun. Jamie is heartbroken and decides to go to a party. Jamie kisses March, but then Emily introduces her to another guy. Jamie gets mad at Emily and also at March, who asks her to leave. But the next day Jamie wakes up and gets ready to go to the funeral. Dylan opens up to Jamie about his sexuality and confesses that it's not that he doesn't wish to be gay, but he wished he had discovered it later. Jamie simply hugs him to show her support. During the funeral, some people stand up and give their speeches. Even though Jamie hates public speaking, she raises her hand and begins to speak. She confesses that she barely talked to Dottie and to her she was tough. Jamie exposes the fact that Dottie kept a lot of things to herself which she only spoke about before dying to leave with a clear conscience. Jamie also talks about how her grandma wanted her to give good blowjobs and she says that she gave one to Luke. Everything gets out of control and Jamie escapes with Dylan in a golf car. Jamie crashes the car and they have to be pulled out of the hole by their family. Then they're taken to the hospital to give Jamie a casket for her arm. Jamie chooses a purple casket just like the one Dylan got. Shira gives Jamie a letter that Luke wrote to her. But before she reads it, Jamie asks her mother if she believes that Dottie did what she did on purpose, and according to Shira, Dottie just wanted to feel like she had some control. Jamie doesn't even read the letter, but instead she decides to write one of her own. A letter to her friend March. Jamie thinks that this summer she completely fuck everything up, but that's okay. In the end, we see that March has forgiven Jamie and they will start another school year as friends.